I just saw Will leaving the stage and everything was quiet. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? Everybody was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then Will just starts cursing, you know, from his seat, keep your wife, my wife's name, whatever. And I just was like, what is this really happening?
Oscar host Wanda Sykes on The Ellen Show sharing her account of what happened inside the Dolby Theater after Will Smith stormed the stage and hit Chris Rock.
And I just felt so awful for my friend, you know, Chris, and it was sickening. It was absolutely, I physically felt ill, and I'm still a little traumatized by it.
Me too.
Wanda, who hosted the show alongside Amy Schumer and Regina Hall, says Will should have been removed after hitting Chris.
And for them to let him stay in that room and enjoy the rest of the show and accept his award, I was like, how gross is this? This is just the wrong message.
Wanda isn't the first celeb to speak out. Jim Carrey shared his thoughts on CBS Mornings.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Since Sunday night, the Academy has initiated disciplinary proceedings against Smith, and in a statement said, in part, quote, "Mr. Rock, we apologize to you for what you experienced on our stage and thank you for your resilience in that moment. We also apologize to our nominees, guests, and viewers for what transpired during what should have been a celebratory event." The Academy went on to add, quote, "Things unfolded in a way we could not have anticipated. While we would like to clarify that Mr. Smith was asked to leave the ceremony and refused, we also recognize we could have handled the situation differently." Earlier this week, Will issued a statement apologizing to Chris Rock, saying in part, quote, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." On Sunday, Extra spoke to many stars who also weighed in on Will's behavior.
I don't condone violence. I just don't see any reason for it. I'm not sure you run up and punch someone in the face.
Do you think as a comedian, though, you should ever worry about needing to be censored?
You know, I think anytime, you know, Chris is one of those comics that he and Chappelle are the GOATs. And they're like the youngest, oldest comics in the world. They've been doing it since they were kids. And I think, you know, the contract you set up with the audience is that these are indeed jokes and we have to embrace our freedom of speech.
You like Jaw on the floor?
First of all, do you know like that joke that Chris did? I remember when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And that was a way to insult a woman, her sexuality, her physique. It was a way to call a woman a homosexual, basically. And she's sitting right next to her. It was like that. I remember that in school, that they would do that to people, you know. It's kind of messed up.
Thank you for watching. If you want more Extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.